Hello everyone, and welcome to a game called BeamNG.drive. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different from what I've done in recent times. And this game, if you haven't heard of it, I'll give you the quick 30-second rundown, is basically a car simulator game. It's pretty well known, it's got pretty realistic damage. As you can see here, everything is properly simulated. It's not something like GTA 5, for example, which is known for having very good damage simulations, but this is actually properly, every ding can do things. Every run-in with a curb can potentially destroy your vehicle and make it undrivable. All that kind of good stuff. And of course, there's a bunch of different vehicles in the game, everything from transport trucks to pickups to different cars of various types, even some fun things like cannons and you name it. And also you have the ability to modify your car as you see fit, whether you want to switch out the engine, modify the transmission. You can tune things, change your tire pressures, put funny wheels on it if you really wanted to, swap out headlights, put hitches on, mess with trailers, all of that kind of thing. It's very, very customizable. For if you're a car person that likes car games, then this is going to be the game for you. But yeah, today we're going to be doing something pretty slow-paced in this game, which is just going to be driving. We're playing on this map called Journey the Long Road. It is based on a game called The Long Drive. Let's see what we're going to be doing here. Let's look at the map. As you can see, it is fairly large. We're obviously going to be starting right back here where we are. We're going to be following this road that you can see all the way through here. So through the forested area back there, through a desert, through another forested area. Now we're going up a mountain and then through this snowy area, and that road there is going to be very slick and treacherous. And to kind of match the name of the game, to match the game that we are sort of copying here, we're going to be taking a not that great car. This one is going to be, for reference, so anybody that cares, the Gavril Blue Buck, and we're taking this inline 6 two-door automatic variant. So without farther ado, let's get going. We have a long drive to do. I've done this drive once or twice before, but never in a vehicle like this. We might come across a few issues. We will see, but the previous times I've done this, it was about a year or so ago, and it was in a high performance vehicle where I wanted to see if I could do this super duper quick. Something that may be an issue, if you look in the bottom right corner there, we have a limited amount of fuel, and also there's the ability for things like our engine to overheat. If we damage a radiator, that's going to be more problems for the overheating thing. But especially when we get into the uphill areas on the opposite side of the map, or even if we have some long straightaways in the desert, there might be issues with this vehicle overheating. I'm not too sure. There might also be some Easter eggs along the way. There's, you may notice on the map there when I showed it, some areas of interest, sort of. We're going to stop and take a look at all of them that we notice. There's definitely going to be things like the dead cars on the side of the road there. That's not really interesting. I'm driving on the left side of the street suddenly. But there'll be things like towns and abandoned buildings and whatnot that we can kind of very, very quickly check out. There's nothing interactive in this like there would be in the game that it's loosely based on, where you'd have to stop and refuel your vehicle and all that stuff. I think there's a gas station in this game, on this map, and in this game gas stations do work, but I don't think that it's going to work on this map because this map is a mod. Maybe when we get there, we'll see if it is functional. I don't even know. It might already be just falling apart and not functional anyway. So, anyway, it doesn't matter. We'll see when we get there. If we trash our vehicle and make it completely undrivable, we'll try to drive as long as we can, even if it's damaged. But if we crash our vehicle halfway through this and it's no longer drivable, we're not going to start over. We're not going to repair our vehicle in place. That's going to be it. That's going to be our attempt gone. We might do another video later with another attempt, but we will have to wait and see about that. And depending on how good this video does, we could even do some other things like trying to get from the beginning to the end in, say, an off-road vehicle without using the roads at all. That might be interesting. I don't know if that's even possible. The mountains might be either this one or the far one. Not taking the road could be a little bit scary. I don't know what's around this corner. Okay, just a dip in the road. I should also use this camera. I I don't really like driving with this camera, but for some reason it just feels more like what we need, what we should be using somehow. I'm probably gonna get carried away with this at some point and wreck the car and put it into a ditch. Like it's crashed into a tree or into a rock or off a cliff. that could be a problem. That could absolutely be a problem. I like these cars are modeled fairly nicely. Let's look forward. Look forward. Yeah, this game, the details they're quite nicely. It's definitely not a super cheap game. Like it, I mean, I don't mean price-wise. I mean like it's. What's this? There's a road and a house back there. Let's check it out. I mean, like this game. It's not poorly made. That's what I mean by it's not cheap. It's a game that's had development for many years. I've been playing it for a while. I want to see what's up there. I don't know if I've ever gone back here before. I don't think I ever stopped and explored everything. Ooh, I see things like little rocks in the ground. I don't know if those could give us a puncture or not. That's potentially a problem. There's a tree in the middle of the pathway. That's great. There could even be things like they could pull a World of Tanks and put rocks inside bushes. I feel like especially when physics were first added, there was rocks in that game inside of bushes everywhere, and you just find yourself driving into a bush and hitting a rock and either stopping dead in your path or flipping yourself or somehow destroying yourself, and it was wonderful. Ooh. Creepy sounds. That's... I don't like this place. I do not like this place. Let's quickly drive around this place and get away from the haunted mansion over here. The road doesn't really continue around it. That's okay. We can go off-road. That's giving me chills. I've got the chills. I should be careful. There might be a tree stump or a rock in the grass. There are several rocks. Yeah. Let's get out of here before we before it gets any spookier. We don't need any of that. None of that. What are we gonna talk about during all this time? This is gonna be something. Oh, I thought that was like a little ramp or something. It's just a pile of dirt. This is a long drive. A very long drive. We're off to visit Mom, by the way, but we need some conversation topics, which I don't have. This would be a great time. This would be a great thing to do if I was a live streamer. I mean, if I had a bunch of viewers and you guys had questions or topics or whatever, you know, that would be excellent. But we don't have that luxury at the moment. I'm not looking both ways, and I'm not signaling because there's not any other cars. Okay, up the hill. How's our... We can't really... Well, our gauges work in the car, but I just want to see our fuel in the bottom right there. It looks okay. Our engine temperature looks okay. I think this drive is going to take at least half an hour. At least. So... This... Oh, man. Look at the view. Look at the view. I think we might have fuel issues by the end, to be honest. This might not even be a doable drive. And this thing might overheat. I don't know. It might overheat when we start, especially when we start going up the mountain like this on the other side. If we're full throttle all the way up, but we should be able to take care of that. As long as it doesn't get to a critical point, we should be able to do a little bit of lift and coast and all that stuff to cool ourselves down. We are picking up... Okay. I want to keep it under control, because once I lose it, it's tough to regain it in this. There's not any traction control in this old car. It's not fun once you start losing control in a car like this in this game. It's tough. It can be tough to get it back. In the right car, it can be a lot of fun, but in an older car like this, I don't expect to have control when I'm limited on traction. Our rearview mirror is not the clearest thing ever, is it? I think there's a setting to make that clear. I don't know if I have that turned down for a reason. But, oh man, we're going fast again here. I don't know how fast we can afford to take these corners. Is this a... This is the left hand. Okay. I'm glad I didn't take a lot of speed into this too. Man. But yeah, I think it'd be very interesting to eventually try a different route through this map, like without using roads, or we could even just hop into some modded Formula 1 car or something like that and go zipping through these streets. That could be interesting on its own. And now I'm already regretting having not brought some water with me here for this. This is going to be a lot of talking. My throat is already getting dry. You guys will just have to listen to me struggle and wish and regret all of the things I have done or not done. How's our engine doing now? Okay, our temperature has not gone up, so that's alright. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the gauges in here work. The temperature gauge looks like it's about right. What's that one behind this steering wheel here? I can't see. Oil pressure. Okay. That's not... We shouldn't need to look at that. That shouldn't be a problem unless we damage our vehicle somehow. That is not the real time that it is here in real life. It's close, but it's not quite real or correct. And our fuel looks like that gauge is working too. Cool. The gauge is working in this car. That's what I expected. There's even things in this car. The option, like I could pop a hood right now or put on handbrake. I don't know if that's handbrake. That must be hood. That's insinuating or telling me the collision box is there for. I don't think it's talking about the parking brake. I could even, if I wanted to, open the doors or the trunk. Who opened the trunk while we were driving 80 whatever units this is? Is this... Oh, it must be miles per hour on the gauge, because this says we're going in the bottom right corner there. A little bit faster than that. Okay. So, that doesn't adjust with the game. That's fine. Oh, and the, what do you call that? The odometer? The distance traveled counter thing? I sound like an idiot saying that. Is that functioning? Us going 11.4 miles. Oh, pay attention to the road. Go at 11.4 miles, 11.5 miles. Yeah, it's working. Okay, we'll have a very good idea how far we've gone, how fast we're going, everything like that. We've got ourselves a trip counter. Because apparently this is a brand new car. Am I going too fast? This is a brand new car. Whoa. Off the production floor when we started this journey. And that... Let's assume that this is a new set of tires that we're smoking here too. And hey, we're getting to the desert section. That means... Does that mean we're a quarter done already? What do you mean already? This is already... I don't even know how long we've been going for. 15 minutes? 15 minutes in or something like that? Did our time start at noon or I guess that'd be noon. Is there a day-night cycle? I don't think there's a day-night cycle. I mean, there's the option to do that in the game, but I don't think that's enabled in the settings. I think that would have to be something you'd have to set up yourself. Maybe that would have been a neat thing to do. And we could be driving that night with our headlights. And if we had damaged our headlights, that, like, that could be an interesting addition. If we do this again, we'll have to do that. That could be interesting. We could, like, next time... I haven't come across any more Easter eggs. I'm sorry, I'm just thinking out loud here. Jeez. We almost had too much speed to stay on the road. But yeah, next time we could take a different vehicle. Faster, slower, bigger, heavier. Something with a trailer if we wanted to. Tow something that's stupid. And just see how much we can push this journey. Because this isn't a very great vehicle, but it's still... Oh man. It's still... you know, tricky enough. I've almost lost it several times here. I hope we make it to the end, especially that icy section. I'm worried about that. It's definitely possible for us to have some serious issues. Oh, it's bumpy. And what is this on our left? Is this an abandoned building? Okay, let's go check it out. How's our engine doing? Okay, yeah, we're not... Doesn't look like overheating is going to be an issue, because I was giving her pretty good there. Mind you, we're going pretty quick, so maybe there was lots of airflow. I'm almost tempted to drive through the building, but I don't think that's a good idea. We need longevity here, and we have nothing to gain from it. I'm curious to see if there's going to be something interesting that we'll come across at some point. Oh, the sand is deep. I think we're okay as long as we avoid the rocks. Give her and get out of here. Get back on the main road. Okay, it's possible to get stuck in this game too, by the way, but I don't expect that to be an issue. On our journey here, the bigger issue is me binning it somewhere. Putting it into the wall, putting it into a rock, breaking a wheel off, getting a flat, you name it. Oh, what is... How steep is this downhill? Okay. Everything's fine. It's still a bumpy road. Even big bumps in this game could bend things and cause problems, but I don't think that's an issue with the bumps we're going over. I find it really interesting that we can see our odometer there. That works. Yeah, I'm wondering if that time is actually... Is that saying we're almost 25 minutes into this already? You guys will know better than I am. I didn't keep track of what time I started recording at, so you guys can just look at the timestamp on the video and know, more or less. Minus my time messing about before I started recording, deciding on a vehicle, all that jazz. These bumps in the corner could be a problem. Hey, a gas station! Well, now seems like a good time to check to see if it actually works. Hey, we have prices. I don't know what that equates to, because I'm Canadian and we do our gas prices in cost per liter. But with all these stupid carbon taxes and this so-called quote-unquote summer blend of gas that we have now, the gas prices just went from like $1.40 a liter to $1.80 in what, like 2 weeks. Stupid. Let's see if these pumps work. Everything looks like it's illuminated. They have power. Whoa, don't mess with the curbs. Where's the filler on this car? Is it behind the license plate or something? It must be. I don't think that matters. That's not how the game really works. But I don't see any way to interact with anything. Is there? No, I don't think this gas station works. We can try with a different pump, but yeah, I don't think this gas station works. Yeah, I don't think it works. We're peeling out of here. We're upset about this gas situation. We're so upset we're going to use more gas. And we're gone. How is our gas anyway? I didn't look. Oh yeah, we'll be fine. We're like halfway through this and we've hardly used any fuel. That's good. Oh, there's something else up here on the right. A ship in the middle of the desert? That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense at all. Interesting. I want to go drive across it or something. It's like there's nothing stopping me from doing that except that I don't want to wreck my vehicle. Anything behind it? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Well, I don't know why that's there, but it is. Let's not question the map maker and his or her knowledge and free will and all that jazz. Let's also not question why there's all these telephone poles without any wires between them. That would be ridiculous to suggest that there's anything wrong there. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, you see these little rocks on the side of the road? Some of them are pretty close to the edge, and I'm worried that I'm going to hit one if I'm not paying attention. What is that? Is that a UFO? Is that a UFO? It sure looks like it. Oh, pay attention to the road. Interesting. Interesting. I didn't notice that any time before. Does the road go like almost under it? How the heck did I not notice that? Did it not exist? Has this map been changed? Is that thing moving? Or is it stationary? It's got to be a static object, right? I can't see it being a moving object just based on knowing this game. But it's possible, I guess. Why do I keep going to the other view to see my fuel and temperature? By the way, I keep doing that, but I've already established that the gauges in here work. Is there any road? I can hear it. Is there any road leading over there? Probably not. I don't see any beam of levitation or whatever that is coming out of UFOs. Oftentimes in movies under it. Should we go take a closer look? That seems awfully suspicious, doesn't it? Stop at the motel. Take a nap. I guess there's no road. Are we gonna take the risk now and risk hitting a rock, or one of these bushes might even be able to rip a wheel off, or like bend it or something too if we're not careful. Hopefully there's not any rocks that are modeled weirdly or like partly under the sand, since my tires are actually sinking into the sand a bit. We'll make sure we go not carefully at all to avoid such a thing. If we hit something, we'll know it, especially if we're sliding a little bit. It is awfully dusty in here. Holy sand. I don't know if there's anything under this. We'll know once we get over this little ridge. I'm trying to look up at it, but it's above me too much now. Oh, green light. Does it do anything? Am I gonna be abducted? Ooh. Oh! That's a problem. That's a problem. We were abducted. We may or may not have been probed. I can't say for sure that our memory was not altered. I'm going to say that our car isn't drivable at this point. Something tells me that that's not going to happen. Yeah. Oh, no. I didn't know that was going to happen. We got abducted by aliens. Abducted. And where are we? We're pretty much exactly halfway through this thing. What the heck? Okay. So, note to self, next time, don't go check out the aliens. That's we had lots more things to check out along our journey. We had a whole city over here to inspect. Wow. Okay. Well, that's that's put a bit of a wrinkle in our plans, hasn't it? I don't even know what to do. I mean, I did say already that if we wrecked our car, we were leaving it at that. Our journey would be marked as incomplete, and maybe we'd pick it up or start over in a different video, right? So, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it to you guys. So, if even a single person comments on this video saying they want to see me try again, I will do that. If nobody does, and this video does terrible, view-wise, I may or may not ever try again. And then we were going to go to Mom's house over here. That's what the sign said at the beginning. Going over to Mom's house. It's there somewhere. Mom will just never see her child again. Yeah. So that's a thing. That's how abduction works. Yeah, I wonder if there's anything else crazy like that on the route. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm going to leave it here. I'm just completely speechless. Yeah. All right. Well, bye then. Maybe I'll see you in this. Maybe we'll do something different in BeamNG.drive eventually too. We could do some fun stuff as opposed to just driving along a road. All right. Bye.